gentlemen, from the Bank United Center on the campus of the University of Miami, our final bout of the evening is brought to you by Warrior One MMA in association with Empower Energy Tabs and U-Nation. This is your main event of the evening, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds of professional MMA in the welterweight division. Your judges scoring at cage side are Hector Gomez, Mark Streisand, and Gene Waring. Your referee in charge of the action, Jorge Alonso. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the gold trunks with a white trim. He weighed in at 170 pounds. His professional record, 8 wins, 4 losses. Representing Team Strong Guys from Bourne, Massachusetts, here is Chuck Cold Steel O'Neal. His opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with a white trim. He weighed in at 173.25 pounds. His professional record, 20 wins, 8 losses. Representing Militich MMA from Bangor, Maine, here is Marcus, the Irish Hand Grenade Davis.
Alrighty, this one's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. This could be either a really quick fight or it could be a war. It's hard to size up.
Well, the thing is, both these gentlemen are from the same part of the country. It means they know a lot about each other. They train in the same camps. They've been around. And a lot of times that means they don't like each other.
They trained together in '09. And this is for bragging rights in New England. Also, you know, when you hold the type of titles and accolades and pedigrees that Marcus does, you're always defending that every time you go into the cage.
They clinch up right away. There isn't much stand-up action. The gap closes too quick. Right away, Marcus is digging for that underhook to try to come underneath. Chuck O'Neal doing a nice job of keeping him off the hips. You see him clinch. Try to lift him back up. They're coming around right in front of us. Marcus trying to control the knees, going to the leg. Chuck O'Neal looking to take that nice job with the behind hook. But Marcus Davis right back to his feet. It's tough to keep Marcus Davis over his whole career on his back.
So good at getting back to his feet.
Look at him drive that underhooks, constantly battling for position on the cage.
Marcus Davis, an absolute scientist when it comes to nutrition. No one cuts and rehydrates any better than the Irish Hand Grenade.
Now Marcus looking to take him down. I'm surprised. I would have thought that Marcus would disengage when he has the chances, because I know he thinks that his stand-up is better than Chuck O'Neal's.
Boxing and Muay Thai, his stand-up specialties. Again, the USBF boxing champion. Had a full boxing career before his MMA career, so definitely very confident in going to his hands when he needs to. O'Neal lists boxing as his primary stand-up discipline as well, so he's not afraid to stand and trade with Marcus.
And there they go, they split on their own.
Back to the center of the cage. Oh,
Marcus trying to drive that left hand in the southpaw position.
Yeah, Marcus the southpaw. That left hand had malintent. Oh, you know O'Neal's open for it. His right hand is low.
Yeah. And Marcus clips him with the left hook on the end of that as well. Beautiful inside leg kick. You can hear that in the back row with this whole auditorium.
Chuck's chin is up. He's got to tuck that chin down. O'Neal did a good job of rehydrating as well. He was very drawn out at the weigh-ins. He looks like 2 different people. He's probably about $190 right now. Maybe $195.
Marcus Davis doing a good job of covering as usual. You just get the feeling that Marcus Davis is trying to stalk him out, get the reach, get the distance. And there, throwing the heavy punches.
Yeah, he's setting up the left. That big, heavy left.
Chuck O'Neill trying to keep control on the cage. Marcus Davis keeps his head underneath Chuck O'Neill's jaw, which is always good for control. You can see he's trying to bury this underneath. Straighten out the spine, and he can get the takedown on the backside, and exactly what he does.
You see O'Neill trying to keep that right leg up, trying to keep Davis from passing. Last thing you want is Davis in full mount.
Nice reversal.
Wow. O'Neill strong for 170. We'll have a chance to watch Davis work off his back here in our main event of the night.
This is where Chuck O'Neill wanted this fight. He wanted it, he would prefer it on the ground. Trying the old body head coming up. And this is where that leg to come right over Marcus's legs. Even though you see Marcus's legs are extended, Chuck's scoring over and over.
Wrong reach. Oh, that one scored. Popped Davis. He may have opened up a cut with that right hand.
Yeah.
That was actually, that was a really good punch. More damaging than it looked.
And that's always shocking when a smaller fighter has his legs extended all the way out, and the taller fighter still manages to come right up and over.
It's a big height difference. Yeah, you're looking at 4 or 5 inches, almost half a foot. Here's that takedown.
Beautiful takedown, the backside reverse. And they struggle for position. And Cole Steele coming right over the top here.
That was the punch. I think that was the punch. Opened up a cut in between the eyes of Davis. You can see his corner working frantically to stop that bleeding.
Well, when you look at Marcus Davis, you know, he's got the scars on his forehead of a veteran fighter of 26, you know, and 15 fights in the UFC. Unfortunately, that scar material, it just opens up so easy. So I wouldn't really give much, you know, to that cut. It's not going to affect him in the fight.
Yeah, 36 fights, 33 professional, 3 amateur in MMA, but that's not even counting the boxing. Full-time career as a boxer. Round 2. How'd you score that first round?
Tough, you know, Marcus Davis controlled the first half. Clearly there's better striking, but then the ground aspect clearly went to Chuck O'Neill. Chuck is gaining confidence, just in a nice left hook there. Somewhat of an even round. Now Chuck O'Neill's really opening up with the striking. Nice leg kick on the way out of the clinch. And you can see what's going on here.
Steps in for the right uppercut.
Both fighters almost catching each other's jabs. What you're looking for is to land that straight down the middle.
Big height difference. You can see they're in front of our position now.
You can see they throw the same kick, and Marcus Davis is a little bit short, and Chuck's is landing just because of the length difference. When Marcus does land, he clearly has the stronger power in his punches.
Good pressure here from Cold Steel. Both of these welterweights trying to impose their game plan on their opponent.
Again, Marcus is going for the takedown. This time he gets on top. All right.
Now he's looking to posture up, punish Chuck.
Now I know Chuck O'Neill thought he'd be here somewhere during the fight for sure, so let's see what kind of strategy he pulls out. He wants to go for the triangle. And Marcus just pushes right through it.
Cut's starting to open up a little bit.
Yeah. You can see Chuck O'Neill again trying to creep up for that high guard. He wants to push that wrist he's controlling into his groin and then throw his leg over on that side to establish the triangle choke.
Davis trying to get up nice and high, put all his weight onto the top of Chuck O'Neil.
Marcus Davis trying to drive his head to the cage, so he has nowhere to go, so he can drop those elbows. Nice base, look at him press with his hips. Then he can drop the weight. Then he takes the pass to the outside and drops over the top. Nice work by Chuck O'Neil on the scramble. He's trying to set up a
Good defense there by Marcus. A great opportunity there for Chuck. Got himself out of trouble.
See where we go from here. Chuck O'Neil trying to set up like an Uchimata judo throw there with the leg in between. Nice strong knee to the body. Marcus's knee, last knee, look a little bit closer to groin. And again, nice takedown with the trip.
Looking to posture up from the side control here.
And those who are keeping home a score at home, that takedown tilts the round back into Marcus Davis's favor again.
Another razor close fight though. Really good matchmaking here tonight. And some great fights. Lots of good stuff to talk about. Nathan Coy, Patrick Mikesh war. Arzena with the controversial win over Tom Waters. Of course, Luis Baboon Palomino. Really had a great fight of the night in our book. I got KO of the night going to Frank Carrillo, that knockout over Joe Watson.
Chuck O'Neil trying to minimize his damage he's taking right now. Trying to keep the shin in between them, keep the space all the time.
Michael Trujillo had the TKO over Eric Raposo.
That kid looked great.
Looked good, didn't he?
Sure did. Now Chuck O'Neil using the lockdown, it's called, with his feet to try to stretch Marcus Davis back across him. Actually doing him not a bad job of defending here. Actually doing an excellent job of defending here on the bottom, I should say.
Good up kicks. Keeping Maui.
And there's that triangle he's looking for. He's got to get the head down, number one.
Oh, nice hammer punch from the bottom.
It's only because of the length difference that allows that even to happen. Boom,
Back kicks from the bottom. Wow.
Tough round to score again.
Body elbow. 5 seconds to go in the second round. Now, as you say, another close round.
Well, if you're looking at their faces, you think that Chuck O'Neil's clearly winning this fight. But Marcus Davis has landed the harder shots in the stand-up game. Really doing a great job of defending on the bottom. I'd have to give that second round because of the takedowns probably to Marcus Davis. You know, when you understand how MMA scorecards are done, you know, you give points for the stand-up, you give points for domination on the ground, but you also end up giving like a point for every takedown. And that's really clear in the judge's mind. And they add up. It's not the most exciting way to win, but that's the way our sport is sitting right now. I know the UFC's looking at, they look to see some changes in the way it's done. Joe Rogan does for sure as well. But that's where we are right now. And because of those takedowns, I would think that most judges would have given that last round to Marcus Davis.
You saw some good footage from round 2 there. You saw the takedown of Chuck O'Neil from Marcus Davis. And then you saw that great hammer fist from the bottom that caught Marcus Davis. And again, as you said, the long arms of Chuck O'Neil making that possible.
But here we go, last round. It's anybody's round.
Now they're trading. Chuck O'Neil wading in. Oh, nice knee there from O'Neil. O'Neil's starting to find a rhythm here.
Finding his confidence as well, you know.
He's gaining some momentum here. He's loosening up. He seems to be picking up energy.
We can see, you know, he's the younger fighter as well. We haven't even discussed that aspect of it. You know, let's face it, when you have one fighter in kind of in his later 30s and one in his mid-20s, you're going to find that usually you would think that the cardio would go to the kid.
Yeah, as good as Marcus Davis's nutrition is, and there's no one better.
Oh, I'm not taking nothing away. It's top-notch. It's just a fact of nature. That's what you can do about it. And again, he gets the takedown. Marcus Davis on top. Took the worst of the stand-up, but now we're on top. This is going to be really tough for the judges.
No matter which direction it goes, the other fighter will not be happy with this one because, you know, anything close is just so disappointing.
Again, you see Chuck O'Neil with the lower legs. If you draw your attention back to there, he's trying that lockdown every chance he gets to keep Marcus Davis from moving that leg through. But I'd like to see Marcus Davis clear that leg and get a clear side control position. Yeah. He's got the underhook. He just needs to turn his hips away to try to clear that name. Shake out the knee, shake out the leg, base up on it, and bring it through.
If he can remain in side control or almost side control, if he can free that left leg up, he'd either get side control or mount and ride out the rest of the round. He might steal the third round and steal the fight.
And you can see Chuck O'Neil trying to straighten it out. But Marcus needs to turn his left hip to the outside, come to the side that his other leg is on. He wants to go straight to mount the way he's setting up with his head underneath.
You can see Chuck trying to, oh, nice tip there.
Chuck almost reverses him again.
Wow. Good defense there by the Irish hand grenade.
Okay, let's see what he can do on top. We're in full guard right now.
And now that's a good stand-up. Good stand-up, I think. I've called Jorge Alonso out many times for quick stand-ups, but I thought that one was justified. Oh, nice takedown there by Cold Steel.
Yeah, I thought that last stand-up, in my opinion, Jay, was a little bit fast. Marcus Davis tries to squirm out with the underhook escape, but he ends up giving Chuck O'Neil full mount right here. Chuck O'Neil raises his base.
Oh, nasty right elbow from Cold Steel.
That one hurt.
And Marcus, that hurt enough for Marcus to give up his back.
Yeah, forced to turn his back.
2 minutes to go in the fight.
Oh, we got a big giant cut. Giant cut has opened up on Marcus Davis.
That's one of the worst ones I've ever seen. That is just nasty.
Which makes it actually easier for Chuck O'Neil to put in the rear naked choke. As you can see, he's going to tie up one arm until he slips the other. The right hand will come under the chin. The blood will just make it easier to slip in. You can see that Marcus Davis can't even get a grip on the floor because he's slipping on his own blood.
This is one of the worst cuts I've seen ever. It is just deep. It is nasty. Oh.
Both guys covered. It's MMA though. They've all had their blood tests. We keep going. Marcus Davis really got to do something here to pull this out.
Oh my goodness.
Marcus Davis giving everything he's got to try to stop this choke from going in.
The blood is pouring out. Pouring out. No, it's pouring out.
It's not as bad as it looks. It's not as bad as it looks. Because he squeezes the choke, it makes the pressure on the head, obviously, so the blood comes out.
Yeah, the blood's pouring out.
Yeah. He's doing an excellent job of keeping focused. He's got 2-on-1 hand control. And do not, he's going to have the doctor check it. That's okay. Now, if the doctor says go, it's interesting to see where will they start these fighters. They should start them right back where they were. And a lot of times this is where mistakes are made, Jay. They stand up the fighters, you give up a dominant position, and they start them back in the stand-up position, which is not the way to go. You put them right back where they were.
Good move on
good referee
Jorge Alonso's part. Good job, Jorge Alonso.
We're down to only like 15 seconds left.
Well, this will look very good for the judges here in this third and final round. Chuck may have stolen this fight. Razor thin, because Marcus was doing such a good job earlier on.
Such a good job, but this leaves a lasting impression. I mean, if this is a bar fight, do you think that Cold Steel wins? That's the bottom line.
Cold Steel feels very confident that he won this fight. He feels very confident. Aha! His guy didn't want him to hug him. This guy, he tried to go over and jump on his guy. This guy said, no, get off me. All right, I'm going to go. We're going to take a quick break. We come back, we'll find out who won this fight, and we'll have a quick recap. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the decision, let's have a nice round of applause for both fighters, please. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Bank United Center on the campus of the University of Miami, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. Judge Hector Gomez scores the bout 29-28 for Davis. Judge Mark Streisand scores the bout 29-28 O'Neal. Judge Gene Waring scores the bout 29-28. For the winner by split decision, Chuck Cold Steel O'Neal.
All right, I'm here at the winner, Chuck Cold Steel O'Neal. I'm going to have you stand right there, my friend, right there. Chuck Cold Steel O'Neal, great win for you. 15-time UFC vet. He's had Fight of the Night honors 9 times. Going into this is your biggest fight, and knowing that if you could take him out, makes you relevant again, and it was just a huge win for you, really gutting it out there at the end. Your thoughts on your performance?
Man, I said it before, I'll say it again. I have all the respect in the world for Marcus Davis. My first pro MMA fight, Marcus was the main event. I've looked up to him ever since then. I've watched every one of his fights. Class act, awesome for the sport. He's a great guy. All shit talking aside on him, I know he's got respect for me, and I definitely earned it tonight.
Well, let's talk first about the cut. I mean, I feel like I'm in a Quentin Tarantino movie here. Deepest cut I've ever seen in an MMA fight. I mean, that was just nasty. How did that affect you? Did it affect you at all? It was pouring into your face.
Well, I was a little hungry, wasn't so tasty. Wasn't my smart powder shake, but it will do. But no, you know, I saw that blood, I was like, screw this, I'm gonna stay on top. I need this win, I'm hungry. I need to get back to the top, and that's where I belong, and I'm gonna show it.
Well, you did a great job grinding out a win. So tell us, I know the Warrior One promotion would love to keep you. What's it gonna take to keep you here, and what's in your future?
What is it gonna take to keep me here? Where is he? Jack Bateman? Jack, where you at, brother? Or whatever. Jack's a good man. Another but respect for the guy. He's been awesome this whole week. Let's hear it for Jack Bateman and this W1 promotion. It's awesome. I'd like to take a second, give a shout out. My main training partner here, Jimmy Quinlan. He's like my brother here. He is my brother, you know. Nate Ryan, Mass BJJ, John Fain, Gracie Bond, New Hampshire.